So our new head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, Antonio Pierce, has some words for Aidan O'Connell coming into next season at the 2024 annual owners meeting. In this video, we're going to talk about what Antonio Pierce had to say about his quarterback, Aidan O'Connell. Now, play that intro.
I didn't care as much about being respected as I cared from the standpoint of winning about being feared and being imitated. And then respect could come after that.
What is going on, Raider Nation? What is going on? It is your boy Darian coming to you live with another video. It is the Nothing But Raider podcast. Shout out to all the subscribers that have subscribed to the YouTube page. And this is your first time ever being at our YouTube page. We highly suggest that you subscribe, hit the bell button, and get the latest news and all Raiders news. And we're back here with a new video. In this video, we're going to see what Antonio Pierce and the words that he had to say about his quarterback, Aidan O'Connell. Now, we know there's a lot of speculation going on that the Raiders trying to get a quarterback in the first round, and we did sign Gardner Minshew that was up to $15 million guaranteed. But let's see what Antonio Pierce had to say about Aidan O'Connell. So let's get into it right now. As the NFL draft nears, there's still talk of the Raiders selecting a quarterback in the first round or elsewhere. The chatter persists despite last year's starting quarterback Aidan O'Connell remaining on the roster. The Raiders also signed free agent Gardner Minshew to a 2-year contract worth $15 million guaranteed. Considering Minshew's experience, it appears that O'Connell would take on the reserve role this season. That becomes more likely if the Raiders drafts at QB. But O'Connell, who started as a rookie last season, still has an opportunity to compete for a job. Raiders coach Antonio Pierce told reporters gathered at the 2024 NFL annual meeting what O'Connell needs to do to earn his starting gig back. And Antonio Pierce states, "What you saw at the end of this season, taking care of the football, managing the game, and putting points on the board," Pierce said. "I would love to see him become more vocal." Is he ever going to become a runner? No, not going to happen. And that's okay. But there's other ways that you could do that and move around in the pocket. I think he has done a great job this offseason being in a building and staying in the Las Vegas area and really working on that. Pierce closed his comments on Aidan O'Connell by reiterating once he wants the young QB to speak up to his teammates when necessary. "One thing I love to see him do is be more vocal. You don't want a quarterback to be a church mouse. I don't need him to be a rah-rah guy either, but when things are wrong, I need him to fix it and be more vocal about it." The new Raiders culture involved players and coaches being themselves, and it seems that Aidan O'Connell is naturally quiet, even though that he has lots of experience in college. At quarterback, that won't do it, especially when it comes to keeping our players on task, as Pierce alluded to. Pierce displayed incredible confidence in Aidan O'Connell last season, inserting him into the starting lineup when Pierce became the interim head coach. O'Connell responded with a 5-4 record under Pierce. The young QB has some highs and some lows, such as being a shutout against the Minnesota Vikings before throwing 4 touchdowns in a beatdown of the Chargers the following week. But he showed promise. Now he must continue to grow as a player as Pierce takes on a full-time coaching role. As O'Connell continues to work on the Raiders practice facility this offseason with likes of the defensive end Max Crosby, who's just like Pierce, rarely hesitates to speak his mind, he's probably in a perfect environment to become more vocal by the start of training camp. Now, this is my honest opinion about what Antonio Pierce had to say about Aidan O'Connell. I 100% agree with this. But before I even go into my personal opinion, I want to give a shout out to RaidersWire.com for bringing this article to me and bringing this article so I could talk about it to you Raiders fans and see how y'all feel about it. So shout out to Raiders Wire, and the full article will be in the description. But me personally, I agree with Antonio Pierce and everything that he had to say about Aidan O'Connell. If he has to be more vocal and things need to be fixed while he's on the football field, then that's what Aidan O'Connell has to do. He has to understand appreciate that he's in a position where the Raiders want to get a quarterback, and they go get a quarterback in that first round. That quarterback is probably going to start right then and there. But on the other side of things, you have to understand that Gardner Minshew is here getting $15 million guaranteed. He's not coming in to be a backup. So if I'm Aidan O'Connell right now, I am taking this situation and I'm going full throttle to learn and apply what Antonio Pierce had to say. We know that Aidan O'Connell's not going to be a running quarterback, but can he be mobile? Absolutely, he can be mobile. He probably slow as ever, but he can be mobile at some times. But I still feel what Antonio Pierce had to say. He's going to have to fix some rights and some wrongs. He did have some highs, some lows last season, and things is going to have to change. But Aidan O'Connell can win this job if he applies to it. Same thing for Gardner Minshew, and the same thing whoever we pick at 13 at quarterback, or we move up to go get a quarterback. But Raider Nation, how do you feel about what Antonio Pierce had to say about Aidan O'Connell, his quarterback, knowing that he was 5-4 with them in the interim when Antonio Pierce was the interim head coach for the Las Vegas Raiders? Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments and make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. It's the Nothing But Raider podcast, and I'll see you in the next live stream or in the next video.